Yeah, good evening. Online students, is my voice is loud and clear? Everyone? Online students? Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss the next topic called as Numpy. Okay, we are moving on to the next further topics called as Python for data science. Okay, Python for data science. So within the Python for data science, we are going to discuss the next topic called as Numpy. So before moving on to the Python for data science, that is Numpy. Numpy means basically we are going to work with the arrays. Now, so to understand this Numpy very clearly, in order to understand the Numpy easily, first we should know the for loops. If you are familiar with the for loops, that is list concept along with the for loops, if you learn these two, then Numpy is easy. So Numpy is completely depend on the for loop. Okay, by default, it will apply the for loop. Now, so before moving into the for loop of everything, so here I will ask you some questions. Okay. Now you have to write the answers for those questions. Write the programs now, instantly. Before starting this discussion, again I'm asking, whoever the students are familiar with NumPy, whoever the students are familiar with for loops and list, only those students attend the class. Others, if you are not familiar with this, it is better to leave the class and practice them, because you are not going to understand the today's class. Today's class is completely depend on the for loop and list. Now, I'm going to ask question number 1. Write the answer now itself, instantly. Okay. Write the programs in the notes. There is a list. The list consists of 10, 5, 3, 20, 30. Okay. Like this, you are having the some values. For each value, or for each item in list, add 10. For each item in the list, add 10. And my required output should be like this. The required output is 15. Sorry, first one is after adding 10, 20, 15, 13, 30, and 40. This is my required output. Write the code. For each item in the list, add 10. Write the code. To write the answer, I will give you 2 minutes of time. Completed? Done? So answer is for I, N, L. So first you are going to take 10. and for the 10 you are going to add the 10. Okay, for every value you are going to add the 10, and this will be appended into a new list. The new list I'm going to take as empty one, something like this: n dot append of I plus 10. So for every value you are going to add the 10 and you are just appending into the new list and print n. This is the output, right? Question number 1 is completed. Now question number 2. Okay, question number 2. There is a list 10, 15, 30, 24, 25, 27, 30, 32, 37, 40, 41, and 42. So this is the list. Okay. Now I want the output such a way. The required output is wherever the value is greater than or equal to 40. I want the list of values which are greater than or equal to 40. In this example, the answer is 40, 41, and 42. I want like this. What is the code for this? This is the output should be given. This is my input. My required output is wherever the value is greater than 40, it has to be in the list. Code. Again, 2 minutes of time. Whichever the value is greater than 40, I want in a new list. Completed? Right? And what is the answer? For I in L, if I value is greater than or equal to 40, in that case, that particular I value has to be appended into the list. That you are going to take the one empty list and this one and print n again. Right? So this is the answer. Everyone? Guys, who are writing the question, what are the question I have written here, and seeing others' notes, and after some time again writing what are the answer I have written, that one in the notes. Whoever are doing this one, please make sure yourself that if the same way you continue miss, it will be difficult to get the job. Identify the drawback. Why you are not able to write the program. When your friends are able to write the program, why you are not able to write the program? Okay. For example, cite to you whoever the person is sitting and he is also not writing. Your friend is also not writing means first change the position. Okay. Don't sit with that friend first. And sit with the friend who is writing. Now you compare. Okay. Always compare with the better persons than you. Don't compare with the persons with who are worse than you. Always compare better persons than you. And you have to think where you have made the mistake. Why you are not able to write. The reason behind that. Okay, this is basic questions. This is not even interview questions, nothing. Very basic questions. Okay, these questions only if you are not able to write means you have to understand your position is very weak. Okay, is the point is clear? This Friday, not Saturday, Friday, this Friday, you are having the test called as coding test. It's not MCQ test, coding test. Friday, 4 o'clock. You have to bring the laptops. Offline students, you have to bring the laptops. Online students, you have to write in the Jupyter notebook and you have to share the Jupyter notebook. Okay. In the Thursday's class, I'll explain the details. But remember, this Friday you are having the coding test. This Friday. Sir, you can extend to Monday or something, miss? No. Now itself, it is already late. If possible, I have to conduct tomorrow only. But suddenly saying one day before and tomorrow if I conduct means it would be difficult. At least I'm saying 2 days before. Right? Now you are having the enough amount of time. This Friday, you are having the coding test. Friday at 4 o'clock. If you are available, come and write in the offline. If you are not available, write in the online. If you are in the college or somewhere at the time is after the class, after 9 o'clock class will be completed now, 7:30 to 9. After that only you write the exam and share me answers. Not a problem. On Friday at 4 o'clock, I will conduct officially. Whoever the offline students are ready or online students are ready at that time, you take the exam at that time. If you are not ready at that time is by end of the day, by entire Friday, whenever you are free, write the exam. Night 10 o'clock, if you write also, not a problem for me. Okay. Now, next question number 3. Question number 3. So there is a list. In this list, I want to extract the values which are in the index position. Friday is holy, it is working day for Naresh IT. It is not holiday, it is working day. You can enjoy the holy down in the ground floor, but it is working. Okay, Naresh IT is working on Friday. Now, coming to the list, I want to extract the index numbers. I want to get the index numbers which are index number in the 0, 1, 5, 7. These index position values has to be extracted. If there is a pattern, for example, there is a pattern, then we'll use the slicing operation. Here there is no pattern. Since there is no pattern, then what we have to use? Slicing operation is not possible. Slicing is not possible. What you have to write? You only write. I want which are the index positions 0, the output should be like this. Whatever the index position 0 is there, that is 10, value number 10, value number 15, 1, 2, this is 2 position, 3 position, 4 position, 5. In the 5th position, 27. In the 7th position, 32. So 27 and 32. These are the numbers it has to be printed. I want in the index positions which are in the 0, 1, 5, 7. These positions has to be selected. Write the code using the for loop. Using for loop. Using for loop. Answer. 2 minutes. Completed? In that particular index numbers, I want the values to be extracted. Done? Now answer. So first you are going to take some index. I'm writing in one way. Multiple options are available. This is one of the way. 0, 1, 5, 7. What are the index numbers are there? For I in index, so it will take the 0. So L of I. What is L of I means? It will take the L of 0. L of 0 means 10 will be selected. Followed by L of 1. 15 will be selected. Followed by 27 will be selected. Followed by 32 will be selected. If I print this one, it will print them. If I write like this, it will print. All the values will be printed. 10, 15, 27, 32. I don't want print. What it has to be? As a list. It has to be list means it has to be appended. So which one has to be appended? L of I has to be appended in the new list. N dot append. N dot append of L of I, where N is equal to 1 empty list, and print N. Those index numbers will be selected. What are the index numbers you are interested? That will be selected. For example, if they have given 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, then directly you are going to apply the slicing operation. L of 0 to 3. Automatically it will select the one by one. But here there is no pattern. When there is no pattern, we have to apply the using the for loop. This is one way. What is the second way? Second way is you will have the multiple options. As I've told you now, you can have one more option like this without using the index here. For I in range of length of L. So it is going to take the length of L. If I value in, what are the I value in this list? What are the index numbers I want? Only those index numbers will be appended. This is one more way using the same for loop. This is one way. This is one way. Right? Using the while loop you can do, using infinite loop you can do, using without loops also you can do. Multiple ways are there. Done, guys? So for I in, different I values you are going to get. In that, if the I values are these I values, only those index numbers has to be selected. Now, question number 3. Sorry, question number 3 is completed. Question number 4. There is a list. Okay, there is a list of values, and in that index numbers you have selected, and based on the condition you have selected. Now, you want to replace whichever is in the index position 0. It has to be replaced with the 20, or it has to be replaced with the 100. Index position 1 has to be filled with 200. Index position 5 has to be filled with 300. Index position 7 has to be filled with 400. Each index position has to be filled in this way. Which first index has to be filled with what? First 0 index. 0 index has to be filled with 100. 1 has to be filled with 200. 5 has to be filled with 300. 7 has to be filled with 400. So before moving to this question, okay, don't write this answer. Before completing this question, please complete. All these index positions has to be filled with 100 only. Index position number 1, 5, 0, 1, 5, 7. All these things has to be filled with a single number 100. Means 10 has to be replaced with the 100. 15 has to be replaced with 100. 27 has to be replaced with 100. 32 has to be replaced with the 100. All of them has to be replaced. These 4 index positions has to be replaced with the 100. Write the code using for loop. Using for loop. Completed. I want replacement, not append. It is not append, it is replace. The index positions you are appending. N dot append of 100 means everything will be appended with 100. Done, everyone? So here I am writing like this. Same, what are the above example is there? First I'll take the list for in. Okay, if I value, what are the L of I is there? L of I is equal to 100 and print L. That is the answer. Or if you're not even interested in this means simply instead of this one also you can write here this one only, and even you no need to write this one also. That index positions will be filled with the 100. How to replace the value within the list? Do you remember how to replace? L of index number and right side the value. Right? Done, guys. Now, next question. Question number 4. Now, what is the question is? I want to replace, not replace this time. Here, let me change the list. Now, I am having the list. First list consists of 4 values. That is 24, 25, 27, 30. First list consists of 4 values and my list 2 consists of, this is list 1 and list 2 is equal to this one. This is list 1 values. These are the list 2 values. Now I want to add both the list. It is not list 1 and list 2. I'm not asking concatenation. I want in such a way the first value of the list 1 has to be added to the first value of list 2. That is 24 should be added to the 32. 24 plus 32, what is the value? 76. Second value of the list 1 should be added to the second value of the list 2. 25 plus 37. What is the value of 25 plus 37? 32 plus 30, 62. Right? 27 has to be added with the first one is 56. Sorry, not 62, 56. 27 has to be added with the 40. 27 if added with the 40 means 67. And 30 should be added with the 41, which is 71. I want the output in such a way like this. The first value of the list 1 has to be added to the first value of the list 2. And output should be this one. Answer. Completed. Now for I, first I have to take the first value of list 1. How to take the first value of list 1 means L1 of 0 and it has to be added with the L2 of 0. So I'm going to take for I in 0. 0 means automatically we take the 0. L1 of 0, that is L1 of I plus L2 of I. L1 of I will be added with the L2 of I. That is L1 of 0 will be added to the L2 of 0. And whatever it has added, that I'm going to append into a empty list. So n dot append. Now which one will be appended? L1 of 0 plus L2 of 0. After that it has to be repeated for L1 of 1 plus L2 of 1. So then what I have to take? One more 1 followed by 2 followed by index number 3. So total index numbers, what are the index numbers I have to take means 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index. So 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index means just I'm going to write as a range of 0 to 4 or simply 4. And I'm going to print the n value, print n. So it is asking first what is L1 and what is L2. So first let me write here L1 and L2 because that is in the comment. So this is the answer. Everyone is clear? Yes or no? Right? So these are all the questions. In this, all the questions, if you observe commonly, we are going to use the for loop and we are using one empty list and we are appending. Some requirement will be there and according to the requirement, we are adding. So these are all works on the using the for loops and append. In this, all of them common thing is for this answer for loop is there, for loop is there, for this one also for loop is there, this one also for loop is there, this one also for loop is there, and this one also for loop is there. Total 5 programs you have executed. In 5 of them for loop is there, one empty list, and in that empty list we are appending. Now, here what are the first question is there? The first question you are having like this. The whatever we are having the list, and for the list each value you have to add the 10. Now, for this particular question, what are the question is there? For this question, I'm writing the shortcut now. What is the shortcut means? What are the list is there now? The list I'll convert as a array. First, I'll convert this list to a array. After converting this one to array, now I'll ask array plus 10 means for every value add 10. That is the shortcut. So what is this array? So for this array to work, first I have to import the numpy. So I'm going to import the numpy as np. Okay. And once if I execute this one, see what is the output means 20, 15, 13, 30, 40. What are the output is the same. Instead of writing like this, convert that one and simply add plus 10. Now, your second question, what are the second question is there? Which are the value is greater than this 40? For this question, what are the question is there? For this question, see, observe this one clearly. First, I am going to write numpy dot array of L, means I am converting this one to array. After writing array, I am writing here a of a greater than or equal to 40. If I write like this, same answer 40, 41. See, in one line it is getting completed. Just after completing array, the list was converted to array. After the array, just by writing one line, it is completed. Now, next example number 3. In this question, what I asked, which are the index numbers are there? It has to be selected. Now, for this question, answer is what are the list is there? The given list is there. Na? First, I'll convert to array. A is equal to np dot array of L. After converting, here I'm going to write in terms of what are the index numbers I want. What is the index numbers means 0, 1, 5, 7. And I'm going to get the output. Same answer. Question is same. There is no difference in the question. First line of code is question. Here also question is same. These 5 lines are converted to 2 lines. Is the point is clear? Now, next question. If you come to the next question, you are having the question like this. What is the question is? Here you have to replace 0, 1, 5, 7 positions with the 100. So for this one, this is the list was given. Now I am going to take the same. This is the list. What I will do first line, convert to array. np dot array. This is my first line is common. First I will convert to array. After converting to array, I am going to write a of 0, 1, 5, 7 is equal to 100. Completed. So it will be completed. And if I print a, see what are the positions are there? 0 index position, 1 index position, and 5th index position, 7th index position. Everything are replaced. Right? Just I'm converting to array. And so arrays, basically what arrays will do means what are the list will do, arrays also will do the same. Now this question is there. what is this question is, you are having the two lists are there. Okay. These are the two lists. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to convert the array. So A is equal to np dot array of L1 and B is equal to np dot array of L2. First I'll convert them to arrays. Still shortcut is there, but first I'll show you the simple things, and followed by I'm going to do A plus B. After converting, just I'm adding the two list, that one and this one, and I'm going to get the output like this. Simple. Is the points are clear? So now arrays will do the same work whatever the list will do. List plus for loop, whatever the things will do, same things we can be done. Some of the things can be done easily using the arrays. Now, sir, this is easy, no, sir. Then why you are explaining for loops for us, sir? Obviously, you get the question now. So why we have discussed for loops, why we have discussed all these things, and you asked to write the programs. This much of easy is there now. Means shortcut you are understanding, but what is the process in the back end of this one? When you write like this, what happens in the back one? This one only will happen in the back. When you write this one, what is the back end code of this one? This is the back end code. When you write here this one, what is the back end code of this single line? Means this is the back end code of that. So you are seeing the main things, functions you are seeing, but internally the functions, some codes will be written. Every function internally code is there. If you understand the internal code, then the functions are easy. Without understanding them directly, then what we have to do is by heart. So for example, if I say like this, you'll understand. So there is a L is equal to 10, 20, okay, 10, 20, 40, 50. Now I want to extract the, what is the value of index position 2, L of 2. I'll get the output like this. Now if I take the same thing as an array, if I convert this one to an array, A is equal to np dot array of L. And if I apply A of 2, answer is same. That one also, this one also, answer is same. Now I'm going to do the slicing operation. 0 to 3. What is 0 to 2? At least 0 to 2. What is mean by 0 to 2? Index position 0 and 1. What is the output? List of 10, 20. Same logic will be applied here. After converting. Now, if you do the step of, for example, 0 to 4 with a step of 2, or 0 to 4 with a step of 2, what is the answer? First 0, after that 2. So what is the output? Means 10, 40 is the output. Same logic will be applied even here. Now, there is no pattern is available. This is all patterns. But I want 10, 20 and 50. Apart from 40, I want remaining 3. Then here we are going to write the for loop. But here we can write the whatever the list of index numbers you are interested, just write the list of index numbers. Either single number or slicing or list of index numbers, which you are interested. Single number means single number. Slicing means slicing. Slicing is not there, list of numbers are not there. Then what is the next option? Means write in terms of list of index numbers. What are the index numbers I want? Means 0, 1 and 3. This is a list. I have to provide the list as the input argument, and I will get the output as 10, 20, 50. So we can play with the arrays in this way. But what is the logic behind that? And if I write here is equal to, if I write 100, each index position value will be filled with the 100. What is the code? If you don't know the list, how you'll understand this one? If you don't know for loop, how you'll understand? Means we have to blindly by heart. Once we understand the for loop and list means, these things are easy. That is the reason I told you. Once you learn the list and for loop, Numpy is dead easy. Numpy is easy means pandas will be easy. Without understanding that this one is easy means no. Now also, if I say that, guys, now this one will fill, A of 0 will be filled with 100, A of 1 will be filled with 100, A of 3 will be filled with 100 means you will write that one only. But how it works? Means basically in the back end, for loop is applied. Numpy array means for loop. The meaning of array only means for loop. For example, this is the A plus 10. What is the meaning of A plus 10? Here L is there. L plus 10. What is the answer of L plus 10, guys? It is going to throw the error because list cannot be added with the int. List can be added with the list only. Concatenation can be done. So it is going to throw the error. Now, whereas this one, what is A? What is the type of A? Type of A is array. What is meant by array means for every value. The meaning of array means for every value. So for every value, add the 10. That is the meaning, basically. So array means what? For every value. For every value means for loop. It is applying for loop. For every value, add plus 10. For every value, divide by 2. It is not single value. For every value. For is automatically applied. Whatever the things you do on the array, for is automatically applied. So A by 2 means 10 by 2, 20 by 2, 40 by 2, 50 by 2. By default, it will apply the for. Okay. Now, so let's get into the in detail discussion of the Numpy. Okay, I have not even started the Numpy. We'll discuss in detail slowly, one by one, each of them. Now, what is arrays? Arrays means first Numpy. Numpy full form is numerical Python. To work with the numerical data. Fast numerical operations, additions, subtractions, multiplications, all these things can be done. Is the point is clear? Now, for example, there is 2 columns are there. Okay, instead of 2 columns, 2 rows are there or 2 lists are there. First list name is called as buying price. I have purchased the one of the item at buying price is 10 rupees. Second item at 15 rupees, 20 rupees. Selling price. First item I have sold at, whichever I have brought at 10 rupees now, I have sold at 12 rupees. The item which I have brought for 15 rupees, I have sold at 13 rupees, means loss. The item which I have sold for the, whichever the item I have brought for 20 rupees, I have sold at 25. Now I want for each item what is the profit or loss. At the same time, I want the total profit. These are the 2 questions. What are the 2 questions? For each item, what is the profit or loss? Along with the second one is total profit. Now the same thing in the data frame. This is pandas, this is arrays. What is the difference between them is that data is in the row wise. Here the data is in the column wise. Buying price 10, 15, 20 and selling price 12, 13 and 25. Now I want a new column such a way profit and loss. Either profit means profit, loss means loss. At the same time, I want the total profit. These are the 2 questions. For each item I want, at the same time total I want. Means I want in such a way buying price minus selling price. Sorry, selling price minus buying price. That is 12 minus 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. 13 minus 15 minus 2. 25 minus 20 plus 5. Now what is the total? What is the total amount of profit means 5. I want these 3 values. At the same time, I want this value. Write the code. Means what you are going to do? First, you have to take the, this is, assume it is a list. If it is a list, What is the code you are going to write? First, for I, first you are going to take the 10. Earlier, how you have added two numbers. Now you are going to subtract the two numbers. For I in range of 3, 0 to 3 or 0, 1, 2. Okay. Now you are going to take selling price of I minus buying price of I. And this will be appended in a new list called as PL. And PL dot append. And you are going to get the profit for the each item, profit or loss for the each item, and print PL. PL means either profit or loss. You are going to get like that. After getting the output like that, now I want the sum. You know, already list of values are there. How to do the sum? S is equal to 0 for I in PL. S is equal to S plus I. And print the S. 5 will be printed. That is using the list. Now, if you have to do the same thing in the array means, first you will convert this one to array and this one also to array, and you will take the PL is equal to SP minus BP, that is selling price minus buying price. And if you want the sum, NP dot sum of PL, just in 2 lines it will be completed. NP dot sum is Numpy. Numpy means for loop. So first it will give the output as like this, 2 comma minus 2 comma 5 it will give, sum it will give as 5. By default it will apply the for loop. Sum is for loop it will add automatically. Is the points are clear? So like this, just it is applying the for loops automatically. And numerical Python means basically it is used for doing the simple calculations like this. So whenever we work on a data analysis or something, we will get the data, and that data will create a new columns, or will do the what is the average value, what is the minimum value, all these things we are going to do. So when we are going to do that type of analysis and everything, these are the functions which we'll use. Is the points are clear? Done? Now, sir, earlier you have given one example for how to extract a value from the array, where that will be used. For example, I'm having here multiple items are there now. In these items, there is a list of values in the profit and loss. Some of them are profit, some of them are loss. I want to extract the items which are loss. How to get? For I in PL, if the I value is less than 0, it is called as loss. Whichever the value is less than 0, it is called as loss. Whichever the value is greater than 0, it is called as profit. Just you are going to write the codes and you are going to analyze the data. How many items are profit? How many items are loss? Like this, we are going to write the codes. So for all the mathematical operations, we are going to work with the arrays. Guys, I have not even started the arrays. I have asked to write the code only for the list. I didn't ask to write the code for the array. Don't worry, I have not even started the arrays. But all the arrays will work using the for loops and list. So if you want to prepare arrays easily, array is easy means fix pandas is just 1 day. Pandas is completed means data analysis with Python is completed basically. Your entire data analysis you are going to do using the pandas only. Pandas is the main one. I told in the starting class, pandas is connected with the Numpy. Numpy is connected with the modules. Modules are connected with the functions. Functions are connected with the programs. Programs are having with the data types. And you have to prepare in this order. I have told you in the initial classes. Same thing I'm explaining. Okay. Easiness you want means sequential order of preparation will be helpful for easiness. Right? Even in the first day of my class also, I can start directly from the Numpy. But what happens means you have to by heart those things without understanding the logic behind that. Now you'll understand the logic behind that. Is the points are clear? Now, coming to the Numpy, it is used to work with the arrays. Within the Numpy, we are having the arrays. And we are going to work with the arrays. And in Python, we have the list to serve the same purpose of the arrays. But comparatively, they are slow. Okay. Now, Numpy is an incredible library to perform the mathematical and statistical operations. Okay, because it is going to work basically on the numerical Python. The Numpy full form itself, numerical Python. Majorly it is used for working with the numerical data. Sir, for example, I am having the nested list. Nested list can be converted to arrays means no. A normal list only can be converted to array. Nested list, or if the list already has tuple or set or anything means it cannot be converted. A list which has only the fundamental data types, it only can be converted to array. If a list is already having advanced data types, it cannot be converted to array. One more list is there also, one more tuple is there also, set is there also, it cannot be converted. A list which is having only fundamental data types, that only can be converted to array. Okay. So Numpy is an incredible library to perform the incredible means very good library, top notch library to perform the maths and statistical operations. Okay. And it is aims to the array object which is 50 times faster than the normal list. What are the time it is going to take for a normal list to work? It will work in less time. The output it is going to generate in very less time. Now, when you are working with a small examples, you may not find the difference. When you work with 10,000 values, sir, 10,000 values are we going to write in a list like this one after one miss? No. 10,000 values, then how you can get the data? You'll get in the tabular format. In the Excel sheet, the values will be available. 10,000 values or 1 lakh values will be available there. Sir, the table can be converted to list. Absolutely. How to convert a single column to list, I'll tell you. So a list can be converted to array, and array also can be converted to list. Both are possible. Similarly, list can be converted to series. What is the difference between array versus series means? If you convert the values to array means the values are stored in the row wise. If you convert to series means the values are stored in the column wise. That is the difference. You want to store the values in the row wise, you want to store the values in the column wise. Right? One is array, one is series. One is Numpy, one is pandas. And again, series also can be converted to list. A column can be converted to list. Right? Now, so first we are going to work with the arrays. Now I am going to import the Numpy as NP. This is my first line of code. Now, as I have told you, here there is a list. L is equal to, you are having the list of values like 10, 20, 30, something like this. These are the values. Now, how to convert this one to array means np dot array of list. What are the list is there? You can store in a variable name or directly you can fill this value only here. No need to write even L also. Directly you can take the list only. The argument should be list. The Numpy array argument, what are the argument you are going to provide now? It should be the list. And in the list, you can replace the values, you can add the values, you can delete the values. Same way in the Numpy also. Numpy also same. Now Numpy was designed over the list or tuple or set or miss. Numpy was designed over the list. Why it has chosen only the list? Why it has not chosen the tuple miss? Tuple is immutable. We cannot add or we cannot delete. That is the reason tuple will not use. Why we have not used the set? Set means we cannot replace. Sets are also having that disadvantage. We can't replace. Tuples, we can't replace, we can't add. We can't do both of them. But list, we can replace, we can add, we can delete also. So all the advantages are with the list only. So that is the reason they have created with the list. Sir, dictionary also having the same advantage, no sir? We can add, we can delete, and we can replace now. Three of them, how you can do in the list, same thing can be done in the dictionary also, right? So using the list, they have converted Numpy. Using the dictionary, they have created the pandas. These are the two data types which will be used. In both of them, common thing is for loop. Loop is for loop. Data types are list and dictionary. These three are important in the core Python. In entire core Python, these are the most important part. List, dictionary, for loop. If you observe the notes also, or if you observe my classes recordings also, I have spent 2 days of time on the list. One exclusive day for the dictionary. Again, I have spent 2 days for the for loop. If you observe for these three only, I have spent almost 5 days. If you want, you can go through the recording. Why I have spent that much of time? Why I have spent with multiple examples from them only means I know the importance. I'm going to use them in the future. That is the reason I have spent more time. When it comes to the tuple or set, I have not spent that much of time. Right? Now, so here I'm going to take the list. Okay, I'm converting this one as a list. A is equal to, you can store in the A. If you don't store means, it will just print. If you store means, it will be stored in the A. It will create a new one called as variable A. Inside the A, it is going to store the value. And if you print A, now how to differentiate between the list and array? If you print L, how it will be printed? List of 10, 20, 30, comma will be printed. Now array also, if it prints the same way, same brackets, square brackets, and 10, 20, 30, if it prints, how we can know both of them? Which one is list, which one is array? So that is the reason within the array, they have removed the commas. Commas will not be there. Square bracket will be there, 10, 20, 30, but commas will not be there. So list will be represented in this way, array will be represented in this way. Is the point is clear? When it is printed, list will be printed in this way by each item separated by comma. Arrays will not have the comma in between them. Between the each one, comma is not there. Okay, is the point is clear? Now, once we convert to array like this, array means a list is converted like this means you will have like this. If it is converted as a column, I am converting as a column, pd dot series of L. What are the L is there? Series. Now, when I convert to series, that is, I'm going to import the pandas as PD. See, now values are 10, 20, 30. Sir, here 0, 1, 2 is the index numbers. These are index numbers, sir. They are called as index names. Do you remember the dictionary? In the dictionary, if you print the dictionary, what it will print? Key and value. Both of them it will print. When you print the dictionary, print D. When you apply, it will print the key along with the value. This is the key and this is the value. Now within the dictionary, you want to extract a single value. How you are going to extract a single value? Dictionary name, variable name. In the bracket, you have to write what? Key name. So here also I'm writing the A in the bracket key name. What is the key name? Is 1. Now what is the value inside the A of 1? A is nothing but series. Within the A of 1, what is the value? 20. So it is going to give like this, 20. Right? Sir, how I can know this one? It is index number also same only, no sir. How I can know this is a key name or index number? Means very simple. Here I am writing the index is equal to my names. I am writing as A, B, second one is C. Now this index numbers are index numbers means only 0, 1, 2 now. 0, 1, 2 or -1, -2, -3. Integers, right? Basically. But here ABC is there. Now tell me, if I want 20, what I have to write inside the bracket? A of B. Key name is B. Then I will get the 20. If I write inside the bracket C, what is the answer? Is the point is clear? So now this concept is working in what way? Now here, if I write A of, in this, if I write C, what it is going to give? It will give the error. Because it is working based on the list concept array. Here, what is the difference? Here, what is A? Array. Here, what is A? Series. For array, you have to write in the bracket index number. For series, in the bracket, you have to write the key name. That is index name. Why? Because this was developed over the list. It was developed over the dictionary. That is the reason. Point is clear? So now, sir, I was bit confused or something you are having like this. My session. Okay. Now, even in this also, in that also, common. The concepts will be common, and see this one. These are the things which I'll explain. So you should know for the list, dictionary, list, you have to practice list, revise. After the class today, one more time revise. List, dictionary, Numpy, and pandas. These four of them. In these four of them, what we are going to discuss means, commonly we discuss few things. First one is how to create. How to create an empty list. How to create the list of values. Do you remember? First I have started with the list, empty list. In the list, items. Within that, nested list. But here first point is create. How to create. After creation, second, what you have to know is indexing. How to extract. First thing you have to learn is creation. Second, you should know how to extract the values, whether it is in the list, whether it is in the dictionary, whether it is Numpy, pandas. Forget about Numpy and pandas, at least list and dictionary. Open your notes of list and dictionary. First, I will explain for you creation. After explaining in the sequential order, I have explained for you the extraction. After that, I have explained for you modification. That is nothing but modification means add, how to delete, how to replace. These are the three things which I have explained. These three comes under modification. So in the list, what you have to prepare before to understand the Numpy class, in the list, first understand how to create the list. L is equal to one after one item. Comma is separated within the square bracket. How to extract from the list, either by using the indexing or by using the slicing. Next, how to add in the list by using the append or extend or insert. How to delete in the list by using the remove or by using in terms of pop or by using the del. How to replace in the list. L of index number is equal to value. Now similarly, how to create the dictionary. How to extract the value from the dictionary. How to add a value inside a dictionary. How to delete a value inside a dictionary. How to replace a value inside a dictionary. If you learn each and everything, automatically the next classes will be easy. Now you have to learn in terms of how to apply the for loops over the list and over the dictionary. Is the points are clear, guys? This is a brief overview. So to explain for you that advanced concepts, how they are dependent on the basic concepts. Now, Numpy and pandas only important, guys. In your data analysis role or data analyst role, in the entire Python, which part is important means only these two. Right? Now, as I've told you, if you remember as a data analyst, remember this one. Every time fix steps involved. in the data analytics project? What are the steps involved in the data analytics project? Write this one and fix this one for every time. Almost by end of this course, we'll discuss the same steps for at least minimum to minimum 40 to 50 times we'll discuss. Any project you have to do means this one only. Okay, first you have to take the business problem. What is business problem means? You have to understand the what is the project requirement. That is first one. Business problem understanding, which is nothing but project requirements. Understanding project requirements. Understanding project requirements is your first step. Second, you are going to collect the data. Where the data will be there? Collect the data from database. The data will be in the database using with what you will collect the data means SQL only. There is only one option called as SQL. Using the SQL, you have to collect the data. And after collecting the data, load that data. What are the data you have collected? Load the data in the Python, into Python. Now, what are the data you are going to collect now? This data will be in the tabular format. The data will be in the tabular format. Maybe one table or multiple tables. The data might be available in one single table. The data might be available in 20 tables. You have to collect the data, all the 20 tables data you have to collect. And you have to load into the Python. And after loading in the Python, you're going to do the data exploration. Means what is the data was given to you? With what? Using pandas. How you are going to load the data into the Python? Using which library? Pandas. And after that, you have to do some basic exploratory data analysis. Means you are going to understand the given data. Okay, exploratory data analysis, which is called as EDA. With what? Using pandas. Next, you are going to do the data cleaning. Using what? Using pandas. You are going to clean the data. If any wrong data is there, replace. Replace means just now I told you now how to replace. In the dictionary, you know how to replace. If you know how to replace in dictionary, same code for the pandas also. No, sir, I have forgot, sir, means forget about the pandas also. How to replace in the dictionary, same logic. How to add in the new value, same logic. Data cleaning means you are going to replace the wrong data. Any missing values are there, you are going to replace the wrong missing values. So using what? Pandas. After that, we will do the data analysis. Using what? Pandas. Now, fifth step, we are going to do the data visualization. Using what? It is not pandas, it is matplotlib. Using the matplotlib and seaborn. These are the libraries. Now, in this entire thing, any core Python is there? Sir, we have our batch was started last month, no, sir. From that, almost 1 month. 1 month we have completed. 1 month course was completed. In this 1 month, we have learned core Python. What is the use of this course in our real-time project means? Zero. Your 1 month course is completely in the real life, no use. Then why we have learned? Why we have learned? To understand pandas very clearly. Now, in this entire project, how much time, how many lines are there overall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lines are there. In these 8 lines, how many lines consist of pandas? How many will not have the pandas, miss? Simply you can understand the how much weightage is there for the pandas. Point is clear? At least I have written here 3 to 4 lines. But if I write internally for data cleaning steps also, if you have to count means data analytics project means pandas, pandas means data analytics project. That would be like this. From morning to evening, you will spend only pandas only within the Python. Python for data science means pandas. Pandas means for loop plus dictionary plus numpy. For loop plus, list dictionary plus numpy. Pandas means dictionary plus numpy. Numpy means list plus for loop. Within the pandas, what are the functions are there? Every function is a combination of this. Than this, I can't tell the importance. I assume that you have understand very clearly the importance of pandas. For pandas, how much importance for the basics. You want to by heart means ignore this one. Directly learn only the pandas code. By heart that one. No, sir, I don't want to by heart because I want to be as a data analyst for more number of years. Once I join in the company, immediately I have to not to come out of the company. I have to sustain there and I have to enhance my career. I have to go to the next level. Every year I have to go to the next level, miss. That is only possible without by hearting. With by hearting, one day we will enter into the company. After 2 days, we'll exit the company. How much fastly you will go into the company, that much of fastly only you will come out of the company. If you by heart. This is not your college exam. One night before to practice and go to the examination hall and to write and to get 90 out of 100. Right? I'm saying very clearly this one. With by hearting, you cannot sustain the career in the data analytics role. I'm not discussing about the other roles. In data analytics, it is not possible. I'm not discussing other roles because I'm not having experience in other roles. I'm having the experience in this area, so I know as per my work experience what I was done and what others has done. I know that one. Is the points are clear, guys? So I have told you the complete importance. Now this all the complete analytics project was done using the Python only, without using any other language, only the Python. If you do everything using the Power BI, it is called as Power BI project. If you do everything using the Tableau, it is called as Tableau project. Same steps we are going to do with everything. Out of first one, we have chosen the programming language. Once programming language is completed, we will take the Power BI and every step we will include again. From the starting to ending, everything. Again, we will collect the data from the database using SQL. We will load instead of Python, where we have to load? Into the Power BI, we have to load. After loading in the Power BI, we have to do everything in the Power BI. Data cleaning also Power BI, data analysis also Power BI, data visualization also Power BI. Like that, we are going to learn the multiple tools. And once we enter into the market, the person, the job, whoever the person is going to give the job now, if his requirement is using the Python means we'll show using the Python. If his requirement is Power BI means Power BI. If his requirement is Tableau means Tableau. If his requirement is Excel means Excel. According to his requirement, we'll show. We will learn 4 different tools. And which are his requirement according to that. Out of all of them, only the Python is somewhat lengthier. Sir, Power BI you can explain starting now, sir. Instead of Python, why you have chosen Python in the starting? Power BI only you can start now, miss. After seeing the tool, no person will be interested in learning the programming language. No person, including you and me. After learning Python, anyone will learn the Java? Just to give a try. Let's listen only one class of Java class. After listening to that, again come back. You will only say that, see, Worst Java class. Just listen for one day. Not even second day also. One day only. For simple program also, they'll write this much. Curly brackets, that one, this one, colons. So many things they'll write. Just listen. In the YouTube also, it will be available now. No need to enroll for the demo class. YouTube videos will be available now. Just listen. After listening to that, you will say that Python is 100 times better. Okay. Once we learn the Power BI, in the Power BI, what will be there is tool. It is a tool. You are going to click on that, it will work. It is a tools. Once you click on that one, automatically when it works, it will be very easy. Clicking only now. Clicking will be very easy. We no need to write the code also. In the Power BI, the coding only not there. You'll not even write 2 lines also. 1 line only. There you'll write everything 1 line. That one also functions only you'll write. No coding is there. So now Power BI is easy or Python is easy means Power BI will be dead easy. Then Power BI is dead easy means then why Python, sir? We can learn only that one now, sir. Again, question is very simple. Answer is very simple. Sorry. Very simple answer is for tools, when compared to tools, programming languages will have the more career. You want money more means programming language you have to learn. Tools, subject is easy means salary also will be easy. Point is very simple. In the market, there is one course, not course, job role. One job role is there. What is that job role is called as database admin. That is the job role. Okay. To learn this one, how much time it will take, to get into the IT industry? Just, if my guess is correct, 15 days. Hardly 15 days. In 15 days, you can learn that one. If you learn one book which has 100 pages, completed. And 15 days, you will complete that one and you can get the job also as a database admin. Nice, no, sir. After 10 years also, your salary will be there only, sir. The problem is, as the career increases, salary increases, right? There'll be no much growth in this. Why? That much of easy work means why they'll pay huge salaries. If you work for this database admin for 10 years, 10 years if you work, what would be your salary, just as a random guess? What is the salary would be? Around maybe close to maximum. If I'm giving the maximum number, it would be around 12 lakhs. After 10 years of experience, it will be 10 lakhs. Same 10 years of experience, if you have data analyst, what will be the salary? Minimum number I will write here, not maximum number. Minimum number I'm writing, it would be 35. That is minimum number I'm writing, not maximum number. Here I have written maximum number. Here I'm writing the minimum number. Right? That is the huge difference. When work is easy, salary also will be easy. When subject is easy, salary will be easy. Right? So the more you learn, the more you earn. You don't learn the easy things. Easy things will not give the high money. Easy money only they'll give. Small money only they'll give in terms of. Right? That is the reason why I have not chosen the Power BI in the starting. Why I'm completing the Python first. Okay. Now, in the reality also, once you do the projects using the programming languages, using the AI, automatically that they'll have the high budget when compared to tools. When compared to tools. Right? Now, so coming back, so here what we required for today's class, what we required means list and for loops. Right? Let's start one by one. So Numpy array. So this is a Numpy array where A is equal to 12, 14, 16. A is equal to list of 12, 14, 16. Print A. And what is the type of A? It is a list type. And the list value will be printed in this way. Now the same list what I am having 12, 14, 16. I'm converting to np.array of A And if I print A1, it will be printed as 12, 14, 16. Comma will not be there. And what is the type of A1? It is going to be the Numpy array. Numpy ND array. ND means n dimensional. So we are having here 0 dimensional arrays, 1 dimensional arrays, 2 dimensional arrays, 3 dimensional arrays, like that up to ND arrays. Multiple dimensional arrays are possible. Okay, we'll discuss one by one, each of them. So first we'll start with the 1D array. In the reality, as a data analyst, we are going to use only 1D array and 2D arrays. Why? Because our data will be in the structured format, which is in the tabular format. When the data is in the tabular format, it is called as 2D. Rows and columns will be there. Okay, sir, what is 3D then? 3D you'll have in the images. When you are working with the unstructured data, then you'll have the 3D array. There 1D array will not be there. I mean 2D arrays will not be there, 3D arrays will be there. Right? So here we are not going to work on the unstructured data. As a data analyst, we'll work always with 1D or 2D. 1D means if you choose any single column or single row, only one single column or single row is called as 1D. When the data is in the multiple columns or in the multiple rows, it is called as 2D. So for example, if you are having the data 1, 2, 3 like this, 1D. 4, 5, 6, next row is there, 2D. One row extra is there also, 2D only. Okay, when the data is exclusively only one row, it is called as 1D. For example, if you are having the data like this, what is this? 1D, one column. It is 1D. Okay, it is called as 1D series, pandas. And what is this is called as 2D. So when 2D is there, automatically rows and columns both will come. Is the point is clear, guys? So this is 1D. Now here A1 is equal to np.array of A1.ndim. Ndim is it is going to give the output as 1. What is ndim? Ndim is number of dimensions. Number of dimensions, it is a 1D array. It will give the output as 1. It is a 1D array. Now, sir, you told that 2D array, 0D array. 0D array. Observe this. 0D, 1D, 2D. 2D. Okay. Now, L is equal to numpy dot array of L. Numpy dot array of L. Numpy dot array of L. Okay. Now, if you are having here this one only int, float, boolean or string. What are the 4 fundamental data types? Either int, float, boolean or string. Out of these 4, any one of them, if you are converting to array, it is called as 0D. Because it consists of single value. Single value when you convert to array, it is called as 0D. For if I take 40 and if I convert to array, it is an array of 40. Now it is applied on the, this is called as 0D. Now what is meant by 1D? 1D means a list, a general list which consists of int, float, strings and boolean. List, a normal list. A normal list. That too in this only int, float, string and boolean only accepted. Now, if you take a nested list, what is meant by nested list? Within the list, one more list. So here you are having one more list like this. Only lists are there. Multiple lists are there. One list is called as one row. So this is first row, 1, 2, 3. Second row 4, 5, 6. Third row 7, 8, 9. Total how many rows are there? 3 rows are there. First row is 1, 2, 3. Second row is 4, 5, 6. Third row is 7, 8, 9. What is this one is called as 2D. Multiple rows. One row is one list. Sir, if I have like this, L is equal to, this is 1, 2, 3. Now here, when you print the array, what is the array output you are going to get, miss? What is the output of array? 1, 2, 3. What is the dimension, miss? 1D. Okay, let me show you clearly this one. I'm going to take the first one. A is equal to, not A, L. L is equal to 40, only 40. And I'm converting this one to array, np.array of L. And this one I'm writing A is equal to. Now, after writing A is equal to, I'm printing the A, print A, and I'm also printing the A dot ndim. Ndim is number of dimensions. Now, after converting this one to A, what is the ndim of A? It is first print A. Print A means array of 40 will be printed. And what is the dimension? 0 dimension. Now let us take the same example, copy and paste. Here I am going to take the list of values 1, 2, 3. Now I have converted to array, and array is list of array of 1, 2, 3. Now what is this dimension? 1D. Number of dimensions is equal to 1. This is 0. Now if I take like this, list is equal to, this is the first row, nested list. I am taking as a nested list. In that first row, followed by second row. Now how many rows are there? 2 rows are there. Now what is the n dimension for this one? It is a 2D. It is a 2 dimension. Sir, for example, if the list is like this, sir, it is a combination of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, list of 4, 5, 6. Like this is there. If you try to convert to array, it will throw the error. Either flat list should be there, either nested list should be there. Okay, any one only should be there. If you try to like this, it will throw the error that I can't convert to array. Like this we can't convert. Either you should have the normal list. What is normal list? Without advanced data types. A list with only fundamental data types. A list with only fundamental data types can be converted. Sir, for example, here I am having a list of 1, 25.2 followed by true. You are having like this. Can it be converted? Converted, right? Sir, followed by SRK. SRK. Now converted. Sir, why it converted to like this, sir? Why everything has got the string? That we'll discuss later. But all the 4 values you are getting now. Now, if you are having one advanced data type, one more advanced data type like this, it is going to throw the error. So only fundamental data types are there, miss. It will take the fundamental data types. Point is clear? Why it is converted everything to string? I will explain. The reason behind that I will explain. But all the fundamental data types, a list which consists of only fundamental data types can be converted to array. Now, if you are taking the nested list like this, in this first list, second list, third list, like that. That too, in the each list, the number of items should be also same. For example, 1, 2 only is there. In the first row, 1, 2 is there. In the second row, 4, 5, 6 is there. It will throw the error. In the each list, how many number of items are there? It has to maintain the same. Then only it can be converted as a 2-dimensional array. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone. The first list, what are the number of items are there? In the second list also, same number of items. In the third list also. Fourth list also. Everything. A list consists of multiple lists. Everything should be list only. Sir, one is list, sir, one is int, sir, one is float, means it will throw the error. Everything should be list only. In that list also, all the number of items should be same. Then only it will be converted to 2D. Otherwise, error. Backend code is if and else. If the condition satisfied only, it will be converted. Else, throw the error. That is the backend code they have written. Right? Now, so here what are the list is there? When you are trying to convert a list to array, first it will check the data type. Any strings are available. If at least one string is available in the list also, every value will be converted to string. String is not available. Second priority will be given to the float. If one float is there also, every value will be converted to float. If float is also not available, then int. Third priority is int. First priority goes to the which one? String. String is not available. Then float. That is also not available. Then int. That is the order. Now, for example, in this, when I'm having the string, so every value is converted to string. Everything is converted to string. For example, assume I'm having like this. In this, any string is available? No string is available. Since string is not available, then which one is the second one? Float. Float is available? Yes. Float is available means first value will be converted to float. That is 1 will be converted as 1.0. Second one will be float. Third one also float of true. What is float of true? 1.0. Like that you are going to get 1.0 to 25.2, 1.0. Now in this, for example, you are not having the even this one also. 1 comma true only is there. Now string is available? No. So everything will be converted to string means no. Everything will be converted to float means no. Everything will be converted to int means yes. Then what is the one? 1 and 1. So 1 is 1. Int of true also 1. Now, for example, 1 is also not there. True only is there. Last one is true. That is bool. So true followed by, if you write here false followed by true, if you write like this, it will take the values like this. If at least if you have one int also, everything will be converted to int. That is 1, 0, 1 and 1. You are going to get like this. Is the point is clear? Now, if you are having at least one string also, I am adding the string s. Now what happens? First will be string, second one string, third one string, fourth one string, fifth one also string. Everything is string. Points are clear, guys? Done. So that is the end of the session for today. And from here, we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Yeah, if evaluation is completed, I'll share you the marks. Most probably by tomorrow, I'll share you the marks of your second test. Second test marks will be shared tomorrow along with the answers. Answers also will be uploaded tomorrow. Yeah, Numpy also. Numpy, after learning the Numpy, it will be converted to pandas. Once you learn the Numpy, pandas is just 1 hour. In 1 hour, you learn the pandas. Once you learn the pandas means data analysis will be less. Right? Done. If you no questions, you can leave. Both offline and online students, if no questions, you can leave. If you are having any questions, please ask. What are the questions you are having? Please go through Numpy, for loop and list. Before attending tomorrow's class, please go through the for loops and list so that tomorrow's class will be very easy for you. to understand. Yeah, we'll cover. Once with this done, we'll cover the advanced functions and everything also. Okay. Just we are following the sequential order, and from here we'll move on to that. Renuka, we'll even complete that. Govardhan, are you available? Govardhan. Yes, or you have left. Done. If no questions, you can leave. Sir, 2D is only for rows. Yes, we'll discuss one by one. Renuka. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss 1D and along with the 2D, both of them. Done, guys.